What if the sky itself became your worst nightmare? These were the Harpies, the terrifying winged monsters of Greek mythology. With the face of a woman, the wings of a giant bird, and razor-sharp talons, the Harpies struck fear into anyone who saw them. They weren't ordinary monsters. The gods sent the Harpies to punish those who disobeyed divine commands. Their most famous victim was King Phineas. Every time he tried to eat, the Harpies swooped down and stole his food. In seconds, the feast was gone. Their speed was so incredible that escaping them seemed impossible. Finally, two legendary Greek heroes chased the Harpies across the sky and drove them away, ending the king's endless punishment.
One Greek monster was so terrifying, it had to be locked underground. This was the Minotaur, half man, half bull, a creature born to terrify. Hidden beneath ancient Crete, it lived inside the labyrinth, a maze built to keep it locked away forever. But the Minotaur was never alone. Human victims were sent into the maze as sacrifices, with no way back out. Once inside, they were hunted in darkness, hearing only footsteps, breathing, and the sound of something monstrous getting closer. Then, one hero stepped forward, Theseus, armed with a sword and a single thread to guide him home. Deep in the heart of the labyrinth, man and monster finally met in a brutal fight for survival. And against all odds, Theseus killed the Minotaur, ending one of Greece's darkest legends. Following the thread back through the maze, he escaped the labyrinth alive. But the story of the Minotaur still survives, as one of mythology's most terrifying monsters.
Thank you. Have you ever imagined a flying horse? A magnificent winged horse named Pegasus rose into the sky, becoming one of the greatest legends in Greek mythology. With powerful white wings, Pegasus soared above mountains, clouds, and storms. He became a symbol of freedom, courage, and divine power. The brave hero Bellerophon earned Pegasus' trust using a magical golden bridle given by the goddess Athena. Together, they became an unstoppable team. Riding high above the battlefield, Pegasus carried Bellerophon into the legendary fight against the fire-breathing Chimera. Their victory became one of Greece's greatest myths. But Pegasus' story didn't end on Earth. He flew to the heavens, where his legend still shines among the stars.
You think Medusa was just a monster with snakes for hair? The truth is far darker. In Greek mythology, Medusa was one of the most feared creatures ever. A single glance at her face could turn you into solid stone. Her hair wasn't hair at all. It was a nest of living venomous snakes, twisting and hissing around her head. But Medusa wasn't born a monster in every version of the myth. Some stories say she was once a beautiful woman, until a curse transformed her into something terrifying. Even after her death, Medusa was still dangerous. Her severed head kept its deadly power, and could still turn anyone who looked at it into stone. So was Medusa truly a monster, or one of mythology's most tragic figures?
Stop scrolling. Only 1% of people know the real story behind this legendary beast. Deep beneath ancient Greece lay the underworld, protected by massive gates no mortal was meant to cross. Then, 6 glowing eyes emerged from the darkness, watching every movement without blinking. This was Cerberus, the legendary 3-headed guardian feared by both gods and mortals. His nightmare form was even more terrifying, with a living serpent for a tail and venomous snakes twisting across his body. Each head watched a different direction, making it almost impossible for anyone to sneak past him. Whenever lost souls tried to escape, Cerberus drove them back, ensuring no spirit ever left the underworld. Even the bravest heroes hesitated before facing the unstoppable guardian of hell. But Cerberus wasn't evil. He was simply carrying out the duty given to him, to guard the boundary between life and death for all eternity. So tell me, if you reached the gates of the underworld, would Cerberus let you pass?